Hey guys, what's up? It's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. And I know I haven't been on for a while, but we are going to be doing a redo of stuff that I've done on my Instagram. I've done a lot of live videos on my Instagram, but I did not realize that they did not save, so that is my fault. So I will be redoing the looks for you now, the tutorials right now, as we go through. Luckily there's like only 4 or 5. So you don't have to relive all of them. But we're going to get into the latest one that I did. It was based off of this photograph right here. If you don't know, on my Instagram I do take makeup requests. So a lot of the time I will take a photo like this one. The full credit of the photo goes to @DinaTill. And she is an amazing, she's amazing at this. You guys might know her name, might not. For those of you who do. Anyway, this is her creation, and I'm going to recreate it as a fall look. She did ask me to do this. So I'm going to recreate this as a fall look, and I already have everything that I used in the original video sitting in front of me. I have already done primer, I've already done a foundation and concealer. I'm not going to bother to set anything here because it pretty much set on its own. I had to do something and it set itself. So I will be looking down to reference this photo. But again, I remember what I did, so it shouldn't be too long. I know it looks like I have like a weird Halloween chin light going on here, but it's actually just my mirror, and I have a little heart lamp right behind my camera tripod. So hopefully you guys will have enough lighting for this, hopefully, because things just didn't work out this morning. Just didn't work out, so, or throughout the day for that matter. But we're doing it because I told you we were gonna do it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. Since I even put concealer on my eyes, so I don't need to put on a transition shade. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to hop right in here. I'm going to go ahead and use this Wet n Wild palette called Poster Child. And since we're working primarily with green colors, we're working with green, black, and silver. Because she has beautiful green beads here. She does. She has beautiful green beads that are on black strings, black string cords. And she has a ring that is lined in silver. So that is why you saw different silvers coming into this. So, but for the moment, we're going to focus on this puppy first. I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush here. And we're just going to go for it. I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Hopefully the focus will not be too bad for you. Okay, so that's about as close as I'm going to get. I'm not going to move in closer or further. I just realized that I completely did not do brows, so give me like 1 second. I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio Wonder Brow Tinted Pomade. This is in taupe because I have very light eyebrows. This right here is a ColourPop eyebrow brush. So I'm going to go ahead and use this along with a spoolie. Both are e.l.f. Or sorry, this spoolie's e.l.f. The brush is ColourPop. So just brush those through. Grab the brush, grab your pomade, and I'm gonna tilt down just a little bit here. And of course you guys can't see that if I do it like that, so this should prove interesting. So we're doing that. And I'm actually going to look a little bit into the camera here, because that might help a little bit, because it lets me know what you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and spoolie both of these out. See, that is something you have to work with is when you're using a camera like this, is you have to make sure that you're not too close or too far away. It's very confusing at times, so I know I'm like not looking at you necessarily, but looking at the viewfinder because I'm trying to make sure you can see everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this brush right back in here. and put my cap back on because it doesn't take much to darken my eyebrows. Now we're going in. Okay. So I'm going to take this brush right here. This is an e.l.f. blending brush. It's a flat brush. I'm going to go in this Wet n Wild shade here. And I'm going to just start to apply this green. It's very hard to see that actually in that mirror. So let me grab a mirror here. I'm going to go ahead and grab just an e.l.f. compact and do that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So that green's right there, so we're going to go back into that. My green is sitting on my table, so just going to keep dabbing in a little bit. Tap off any excess. And just really make this a bold color right there. Shabam. Alright. These are very powdery, so just be aware of that. Okay, very powdery, but oh, it is going dark on you. I'm so sorry. Okay, if I go right here, maybe it won't do that. I'm gonna have to get like a better lamp, I swear, I'm so sorry. Alright. So these are very green, very pigmented now. I'm gonna come in closer so that you can see it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the pigment of that shadow on here. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this same brush. And I'm gonna use, this is from the AOA Studio, so Shop Miss A if you've never heard of that. The AOA Studio Wonder Baked Eyeshadow, and this is an Ivy. So it does have, it's like a gray with green reflectors in it. So, lighting is what it is, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to work with it a little bit. Just gonna have to work with it. So, gather some onto the brush here. And we are going to go back into that different mirror here. So, just go on in here and continue to apply this. And it actually gives you the same shade as the beads that are being used. And there we go. And you can blend that in a little bit with your finger if you choose. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're not going to fully close the shade, but we're going to put the shade aside. And what I want to do now is take this black brush, or black shadow, I'm sorry. It looks like this. It is called Goblin. And this one right here that we just used is called Ivy. So going into Goblin, I'm going to use a ColourPop fluff brush here. And I'm just going to gather some product. And we're going to go ahead and go back into that e.l.f. palette. And I always start out here and then work my way in. Okay, so they are smoked out a little bit there. Okay, and you're just smoking it out just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this looks really, really bad, actually. Okay. So just smooth it out a little bit if you're having that issue. Sorry, I had to go down to look in my mirror really fast with the light on. So I'm going to go ahead and blend a little bit with the light near my face here. It actually does not look that bad in this lighting here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I will close this down. I'll just lift the light up toward me. So we're going to be done with that brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this brush. This is an e.l.f. eyeliner brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that green shade called Ivy. I'm going to give a little bit right here. Tap off the excess and hold up to my eye. Grab more shadow. Okay, so we're, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use a little bit of that black lightly. So we're going to go back in. Okay. Light dip there. Alright, so that is the eye as far as the shadows are concerned, except for the silver, which is going to go right up there. So I'm actually going to use two different silvers. I'm going to use this one called Lagoon and then this one called Gravel. So I'm going to go on with the slightly darker one first. So I'm going to go ahead and use an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush here. I'm going to go in. So this first one we're going into is called Gravel. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it up like this. And here we go. So you cannot see it completely, but once I actually edit the video, you'll be able to see it better. So let's go ahead and apply here as well. And now we're going to go into this other shade called Lagoon. Same brush, same brush. Alright, a little bit for this brow bone here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm going to add some eyeliner on. This is the AOA Studio Wonder Liquid Eyeliner, by the way. It's in black. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on here. Okay. So that's one eye. Go in. Now this is very watery, so be careful. Alright. There we go. So that is the eyeliner. We have a little bit of mascara that I can put on here. Ooh, something's burning. Ooh, okay, we're good. So I'm going to go in with the mascara. This is the Unique Moodstruck Epic Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and pop some of it on. Lower lashes first. Okay, so that's one eye. I'm going to put it on the other eye here. Okay, so that is the eyes with the mascara on. So far so good. Now we just need to put a little bit of blush and highlight on, and we will be good to go. So I'm actually going to go in with a soft blush right here. This is an e.l.f. blush called Berry Mary. Looks like this. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab an AOA Studio brush here. I can do reviews on these later if you want. It's an AOA Studio Foam Ink F25. I'm just going to apply that. Alright. I'm just putting on ever so slightly a little bit here, because I won't be wearing it for long. Okay, and it has a little bit of glitter in it, so you don't have to go full blown with it. For the highlight, I'm going to go into the Profusion Highlight Palette. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this one called Tempting. Same brush. And do this. And then I like to put a little bit of highlight on the nose, so I'm going to go in with the lightest one over. And just do this. Okay. Bounce the rest of it like that. Okay. And then last but not least, the lips. So what I used in that photograph is this one right here. It is a ColourPop lipstick, liquid lip, and it's called Love Muffin. I think this is either a satin or matte finish. I don't know because the writing came off. The writing came off, but we're gonna do this, okay? Here we go. Okay. So this is the finished look. I know I just hit 18 minutes, but this is the finished look here. It doesn't look exactly the same as the photo that I had, but she's close. So this is what the look was. This is what our inspiration came from. And this is kind of what we came up with. So let me hold this up a little bit here for you. So this is kind of what we came up with. So hopefully it will look nice. And it looks exactly the same actually as the one where I was comparing the two. So you get to see this is what the original look was. This is how the original one came out. And this is the one that comes out when you have next to no lighting. So it should show itself a bit more once I actually start to edit it. So don't worry about that. I'll lighten things up so that you can see it. But it was definitely a lot of fun to recreate this one. It's one of my favorite ones that I've done. And I certainly hope that you guys get to enjoy it now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.